Erin. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
No, thanks for speaking to me.
We only get a short time together, so let me jump right in. Great series. You do such a fantastic job. You had me on the edge of my seat from start to finish. So I want to wonder, while you were reading the script and you saw everything that your multiple characters had to go through, was there ever a part that you thought to yourself, how am I going to pull this off?
Yeah, like all the time. I think I was constantly like, whenever I would go to shoot any scene, I was like, I don't know how this is going to come out of me, but I'm going to learn my lines and see what happens. And I think there's like I love doing the prep, but there's also something to be said for just knowing you've done the work and rocking up to set and just seeing what happens. And I think there's a quality that Becky needs. She needs that danger. And
Yeah.
the only way I could achieve it was genuinely just not knowing how anything was going to come out at any given point. Like sometimes when I see little snippets of the show, I'm like, I genuinely had no idea what I was about to say then. Like it's just genuine because you can't, I just think personally, like you have to feel that fear in order to let it come through the screen. And I honestly was just scared
Was
for
it
most of the shoot.
I don't blame you. I have to imagine it was a lot of pressure also because you're pulling off not one character. You don't have to
Yeah.
just focus and bring a personality to one, but you got to bring a personality to multiple. So
Yes.
how do you balance that in your head and know, okay, I'm stepping into this character now. Let me step into that space. How do you prepare for that? And then how do you pull it off?
I think honestly, like what lent a really great helping hand was just being an actor, like knowing what it is to maybe, because there are like you go to events and maybe some days you're not quite feeling it, but you just have to put your actor hat on and go and chat to people. And I think I really kind of lent on that with Becky in the sense that I think she doesn't, like I say, she doesn't know what's going to come out of her mouth, but she just throws herself into a situation. And I think that quality actually ended up becoming a Sasha quality. And that is one of the
Mhm.
things that presents as that persona versus Becky's persona. And in a way, it was as simple as that. Like I think Becky is such a cerebral human being. Like she is very internal. She is so isolated and lonely and desperate. Whereas what comes out of her when she just is on the edge of her seat, kind of free falling off of a cliff, like it, of course, it's going to be completely different because she's feeling something for the first time. So it's just going to present as very, very different people. But actually, my prep had to be, it still had to only be for one person.
Yeah. Well, for my final question for you today, this show really focuses on the social media aspect and the negativeness of social media. You can't always believe what you see, just
Yeah.
based off someone's pictures. So, after doing the shoot, was there something you learned about social media or your own maybe addiction to social media that changed once you were done filming?
Yeah, I mean, my relationship with social media is so bizarre. Like I've had it, I've not had it, and then now I have it for work, and I'm really like happy to promote these things. But I think I had to download the app onto my phone for prep for this, and I would just go and spend mornings and evenings scrolling and spending hours and
Mhm.
hours and hours. And since then, it took me a long time to break that habit. And so, if anything, it just kind of opened my eyes about the addictive nature of it. Whether we choose to behave that way or not, it's going to get its claws into you. And I think it's really important. Like I have a younger sibling and I'm always kind of just reminding him that it is not the be all and end all. Like looking on your phone and looking at what post you've just done, how many likes that like
Mhm.
that's not the key to life. And I think I pray that that is one of the messages that comes across.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today. I'm excited for everyone to see it.
Thank you so much.